I can tell you. She was very lucky. And she's lucky because of the date on the deposition.
Wait a minute. So up here it says November 8th.
It's the 8th of November, right. The court of Oyer and Terminer that convicted everybody was dissolved on the 22nd of October.
Sarah Jessica Parker is in Massachusetts, hunting for information about her 10th great-grandmother, Esther Elwell. Here in November of 1692, Esther was accused of witchcraft, leading to the death of a neighbor, Mary Fitch. She's meeting a historian near Salem who has information about Esther's case.
So now I have discovered that she was accused.
She was accused, yes, indeed.
And of course I'm terribly concerned about her fate.
Okay, one of the things that's interesting about this is that it does show us how witchcraft becomes what you might today call the default explanation when there's a mysterious happening. You see, what happened in this case was that Mary Fitch fell ill, and it was a very mysterious illness. No one could figure out what it was. And so Betty Hubbard was called in. She said, I see the specters of these three women pressing Mary Fitch, and then Mary Fitch dies. She's not actually seeing these people. She's seeing the specters of these three women. She's not seeing the actual women.
She's saying, I imagined this is how...
Yes, I'm seeing these specters. And so they accuse the three women of being involved in her death.
17-year-old Betty Hubbard was one of many young girls who said she saw visions of witches doing the devil's work. And the court of Oyer and Terminer, a special court created just for the witch trials, admitted her visions as valid evidence.
How would Esther have defended herself when it seems the cards are so stacked, the deck is so stacked?
It was very stacked against you in 1692.
And the outcome seems so kind of preordained to me.
Right.
And
everybody who was tried by the court of Oyer and Terminer was convicted, in one way or another, was convicted.
In the months before Esther was accused, the court convicted 20 people. Every single one of them was executed.
I guess I thought that you could still get off, that there were a lot of survivors. I just don't know. I don't see what good could have come of...
How she got out of it. Well, she was lucky, I can tell you. She was very lucky. And she's lucky because of the date on the deposition.
Wait a minute. So up here it says November 8th.
It's the 8th of November, right. The court of Oyer and Terminer that convicted everybody was dissolved on the 22nd of October. So this came after.
So it never went to court?
It never went to court.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
They finally decided by the fall of 1692, we've been convicting people on the evidence of the devil, and this is a terrible mistake.
And, well, this is unbelievable. What a bit of good luck. I mean, that's really like, some crazy, incredible good fortune.
In fact, this is the last formal accusation. This is the end of the Salem witchcraft crisis, this accusation against Esther Elwell.
November 8th now changes the course of my family's history.
It certainly does.
Thank you so much.
Good.
Mary Beth told me that the records show Esther not only survived the witch trials, but she lived to be 82 years old.
What an unbelievable story. A very ugly time in a beautiful place. My relief is somewhat dampened by guilt because I know she was such an exception.
Who knows what would have happened to our family had the witch hunt continued? This has been such a moving experience for me. I want to pay my respects to those who were not as fortunate as Esther. I'm visiting their memorial in Salem before I return home.
There are people connected to every marking, and there were generations who lost out because of this. This has changed the lens that I see these times through completely. It becomes personal. I know I have now historical roots. I have family ancestral roots here. It's amazing. It's changed everything. about who I thought I was. Everything. I mean, it's completely flipped it upside down and turned it inside out.